Welcome to French Revolution with a twist on Earth 2 comic cast where superheroes exist and comic book talk is the norm. I feel like I'm missing the intro that I said I was supposed to do. I wish I could do this over, but you know what? It's too late. Anyways, definitely next time for the last episode. I'll remember it. But no, welcome to Earth 2 comic cast where superheroes exist and comic book talk is the norm. We are here to talk about Netflix's French Revolution show with a twist. All right, it's a show with a pandemic in it. I mean, the Blue Bloods exist, and they're doing whatever they want to do. Your host Mo Crosby, alongside to do the show with me today is it's just Keem. It's not, yeah. So
I'm back to regular.
Yeah. Hey, so last week we did the whole episode and I only saw like half of it, but honestly, I saw the rest of it and oh my God. Right. I feel like there was a disservice because like there's so much that I just felt like got left on the floor because, you know, the way it was discussed. But no, it was a good episode. Like this show has actually gotten better as you watch.
Yeah, it's progressed.
And that's because in the beginning, remember how we was like, I don't know if we're gonna come back to do this.
I'm gonna give you episode 2, but if we not hitting past episode 2, we can figure something else out.
Yeah, we'll figure another show out. But no, honestly, this show has actually lived up to some of its hype. There's some historians that are pissed because it takes a lot of liberties with history. History geeks, not historians. Yeah, let me just say history.
There is a zombie epidemic happening in this show. I don't know what exactly
they thought. Exactly.
Like you want everything else to be historically accurate and then just throw in this zombie component. Like, it's fiction. It's definitely fiction. 100%. And if anybody's watching this and thinking about doing like their history report and basing it on this show, do not. You will not pass.
That F is going to be so swift. But no, no. So let's catch up. So we've seen episode 6, and the way it ends, I was actually surprised. And there were a lot of things that you said that when episode 7 started, I was like, oh my God. After watching episode 6, myself, and I couldn't wait to get into episode 7. This was like one of those times where, you get to watch back to back. So I was kind of excited.
Yeah.
I was super excited because I'm like, we're watching back to back.
Right. Because all week I was like, okay, no, I don't want to watch it now. I want it to be a little bit fresher. But
right.
Damn, I want to watch it. Like, I want to see where this is going.
Right. And so it literally kind of picks up from that point where episode 6 ends. Mm-hmm. With the where Shorty Elise got the needle on her arm,
about to do that blue.
Blue magic. About to get that blue magic, and then right on time, Albert intervenes, and I thought like it was a little bit poetic. I want to stay with them for a little bit because after he intervenes and he tells her, this is what's going to happen to you if you do it. Like, trust me, I'm living it right now. So he kind of confesses to her what's going on with him. But that's not the only confession that happens in that between the two of them. Like, listen.
I'm glad that I watch these shows by myself because I have literally turned into the hood chick in the movie theater, like clapping at the TV, yelling at the bitch. Tell him. Why are you sitting here holding on to this secret? Like, the quarantine has done some things.
Yes,
and so I gotta talk to somebody.
No, honestly, so I'm glad we talk it out because when I'm sitting there, like, oh my God, is she going? Like, he's like, whatever you have left over there, just leave it alone. It's not worth it. And she's like, you really sure about that? Because we did a thing, and the thing came from the thing we did. How you gonna act? I was like, yeah.
But what was getting me though, because when he was telling her, when he was like running down all the symptoms, negatives. Like when pharmaceutical companies put out a new drug and then they do like that commercial with the quick rundown. That's what he was doing. Like, side effects may include, appetite for human flesh, loss of all feeling, loss of love. So she's like telling him like, I can't just leave. I have to like stay. And he's like, well, you know, she was like, I have to stay for Madeline. And he's like, he hits her with where we have to like, you know, go ahead and sacrifice the few for the good of the many.
And this is not just a few, sir. This is our few.
Yeah, this is our one.
Right. This is the one that we're supposed to sacrifice everything for.
Yeah.
Did you see his face?
Yeah. Well, what was funny to me was she was like, you know, Madeline is my daughter and your daughter. Does that change your feelings? And I'm yelling at the TV, bitch, he just told you he don't care about shit. Like he is incapable of feel.
Because he paused.
Yeah, he had a moment like.
Yeah. And speaking of La Madeline, listen. Yo! Speaking of Madeline, listen.
Like, I have, and I'm going to have to look at my notes because I did watch the last 2 episodes and I don't want to spoil.
Oh, you don't want to jump into, okay, cool.
I don't want to spoil the last episode for you and be like, because when da-da-da and da-da-da, and you'd be like, I ain't see that yet. So I want to make sure I'm staying with the right episode.
Yo, listen.
Like,
where do we start with her? Because she does the monologue in the beginning, right?
As always.
Right. But can I say something?
Say
I was
it.
fucking right.
Yeah.
Traumatic experiences. Shorty she dropped the voice. I was like, huh?
Right. But then, like, the question that I had after she like, nigga, this shit don't do shit to me.
I'm immune, bro. What's up?
What
the best immunity in the world.
Ever. Okay, look, somebody find Madeline and bring her over here and go ahead, get her antibodies. Because that's what we need. But I was trying to figure out, was she doing like a...
You know what? That's the thing, because when she walked in, do we have to? Should we just do Donnie and then, because they kind of tie in, or should we go Donnie and Madeline, or should we just talk about Madeline? Because like Madeline did something.
Madeline.
Okay, so in the beginning, right, she's talking to herself, or she does the monologue in the beginning, and then she starts talking to herself like, "You're all alone," and then the mirrors, and she's like, "No, I'm not," and then her mirror image stays.
Yeah, as she like turns around, I'm like, say what now?
First of all, y'all said voodoo. Y'all didn't say nothing about The Exorcist, so it's really good.
Madeline, you been fucking with Ouija boards? Because this looks like I've been playing with Ouija boards in my spare time.
And so she turns to the door to get out, and the mirror. I'm like, nah, turn my TV off, because this isn't what I signed up for. You said zombies. You didn't say nothing about. You didn't say nothing about.
We're here looking at paranormal activity,
right? And so the mirror cracks, and I'm like, yo, she's about to like fuck everybody up, right? That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong, because crap. I feel like we kind of have to talk about Donnie, because it ties into what happens next to Madeline. I don't want to really talk. Let's not spend too much time on him. Let's just run through him real quick. So Donnie, like you said, set his friends loose at the feeding grounds, right? Set his friends loose and his sisters.
Yeah, and I didn't realize until this episode. I didn't realize that
was short. That was the sister from the beginning, crying about her brother's leg. Now she a willing participant in the zombie wars. Like, what the hell?
You're out here eating kids and not even like pause. Like you're literally eating children. You're feasting on children.
It just means that while she was crying and she seemed affectionate, she was only affectionate towards her brother. And she's just a regular blue blood like everybody else, because she can't even control herself. Like, no, I don't want to do this. Like, you know how like people fight at first. She straight up went into it.
As soon as she woke up, she was like, "What's for dinner, though?"
Yo, hungry. But can we talk about Oka right on time? Oka, like the black man coming to save the world.
Swooped in like Darkwing Duck.
With the coat. With the coat.
Like, I I am the terror that flaps in the night.
Yo, sliced off the first head and had the head in his hand with the knife. I'm like, yes.
And then was like hiding in the fog, like, and everybody's looking around like,
Did you watch The Mandalorian?
I do.
You remember when Ahsoka was hiding in the fog with her sabers and turning it on and off? Mm-hmm. That's what Oka did. I was like, yo, Oka.
He didn't even have like a lightsaber though. He had a regular ass machete, like not even like a big one.
Like a little joint.
He had the compact machete.
To take.
And then I was trying to figure out like who's sharpening this for him, because he was literally just slitting throats and heads were falling off.
Listen, taking heads off. And then Joseph Dummy was like, "Oh no, don't kill her!" But for a good cause. Yeah, we need to really study
wants to kill people,
right?
But you know what got me?
I mean, we killing people here,
right? No. What got me about that scene where just 30-45 seconds ago you're feasting on the flesh of poor people and not giving a fuck about their pleas for their life and stuff. Now here's this magical black savior with a machete that's standing in front of you, and now she's like whimpering and begging for her life. Like, I need you to keep that same energy.
Keep your same energy, because you was choking the kid earlier, bro.
Right. You're a killer. So keep that killer energy and go ahead and take it like a G, because this ain't it.
Right. And so, Joseph's asked Oka to save her. They do. Cut. We're done. We're not going to talk about them yet. Let's go back to Donnie. So Donnie, one of the dudes escapes, and Donnie's like chilling, picking out his teeth, because I think he just had dinner
with a little sword. Like, where did he get the little sword from?
Rich people just be having dumb shit.
I need a little sword for like right here, just like a little. Listen, let me get
Jerry
extra this expendable income. Like, I'm getting stupid shit. I'm getting little swords.
That's why they're not gonna run you that stimmy.
For that reason, right there, because they know I ain't gonna be shit with it.
And so, he's picking out his teeth, and then Dad is knocking on the door like, "Yo, what are you doing? What have you done?"
So you are fucking up. Yeah. Right.
Whole time his friend is like, "Well, they ambushed us." Nah, nigga, it was one person.
It was one day. It was a whole group of them.
Right.
It was a whole group, and it's fucked up because, like, again, just a second ago, y'all was like the crew.
Right.
Even when you knew your mans was eating people before you got turned, you like sitting up there with him laughing at his one hand puns and shit. Then you get shot in the head and become a killer yourself. But when shit gets real, you ran off and left the lady there.
Everybody.
You got the
every man and woman for themselves. And you know what I love about that the person that escaped, it's the one with the most visible bullet wound in the head. Like, there's nothing.
Like, it didn't heal.
No.
Like, you just got this red ring.
Right. And so he's like, yeah, I couldn't save them. They escaped and everything. And Donnie's obviously upset. Homie leaves. Dad stays back. Dad is like, yo, you are a fuck boy. Stop being a fuck boy.
You've always been a fuck up. I don't know what I was thinking when you were born. I looked at you and was like,
this nigga's about to be a fuck boy and fuck up my life. Just watch. Told his mom.
Right. You're a disappointment at birth, and you have gotten
They pretty much Tyrion. Oh, is it Tyrion? Yeah, they pretty much Tyrion Lannistered him. Like, Tyrion them right there. But the difference is, where Tyrion killed his dad on the shitter, this one just took the pool stick and said, fuck that.
And just bludgeoned the fuck out of his father. Like, the first hit, I was like, okay, you just want to let him know, ain't no bitch in me no more. Right. So you're not gonna talk to me like this any kind of way. Then he just kept.
This is your fault. This is your fault. Fucks him up, kills him, and then he's like, okay, talks to his friend, go get the police, right? let's see what we could do about my sister. Of course, the chief of police is the nigga with the one hand.
With the one hand.
The whole time, right? The chief of police asked him a question: "Where we gonna bury your father?" And you just seen him with a giant femur.
just picking the meat off the bone, and I was like, "Is that turkey leg or human?" What's so fucked up is he beat his dad to death and then sat him on the bench outside the office.
Right. Yo, so who was he eating? Because I don't know. He threw the bone and he just saw the bone at somebody's boot. And then he's like, yo, this is you stupid. Arrest him. No, he insulted the one hand guy too much. And one guy was like, you know what? Ain't no bitch in me. I'm gonna beat your ass because you just a rich little boy. I'm gonna fuck you up. Right. And then they were like, nah, we gonna arrest you, throw him in. He's like, kill him. And they go to throw him in the hole. I'm like, nah, he can't be dead.
They can't kill him. They're just gonna. Yeah, that's his out. That's his end. Like that's how y'all doing, Jamie Lannister.
Because Oka said we gonna need him later, and lo and behold, he wasn't dead. He popped everybody, jumped out of the
grave. Right? Are you killing niggas from the grave? And then my question on that was either is he now blue blood? Did he like get his hands on his own little stash of blue, or did they just knock him unconscious and they were just going to bury him alive?
Yo, you know what? It's the French Revolution. I'm going to go with buried alive.
That seems like a fucked up thing to do.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking fucked up. And we're talking about Donnie here, who proceeds to kill the rest of the council or the rich people, right?
But not before he makes the announcement, I'm going to marry my little cousin.
Yo.
You know how fucked up this is? Because
Donnie must be from Alabama.
Back in the day, back in those times, people got married super young because like life expectancies weren't, really long or whatever.
Right, so, and just to keep power and all that good shit.
Yeah. And so when he said, I'm marrying my little cousin, they were like, but she's an infant. That's how fucked up it was.
Right. Where like someone actually said something, and this is probably something they do on the regular.
And it wasn't even, you're marrying your cousin? Like, no, like, dude, she's like 5. What are you?
Relax.
It's too soon. At least wait till she turns 10. Like,
right.
Have some decency and decorum.
Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. And he's just like so proud of it.
And he wasn't marrying her to marry her. Obviously, he was marrying her to consolidate power. Because apparently his guess is she's the last one left. Because he doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, police, right? Yeah. And so he proceeds to kill the council. And when they're all dead, inject them with blue blood. And then the real shit happens. He's like, bring Madeline in here. So Madeline walks in there. Like, yo, I'm about to marry you. I'm about to, we about to be in power.
Well, they're gonna be the power couple.
And then
because his thing, like he said in the last episode, he kind of said it again in this episode, like they were both the weak ones.
Yes.
So he's always like felt drawn to her. You saw it.
Right. Super thought.
Where we're both, the ones that everybody looked down on. We're both the meek and mild ones.
Yeah, nigga, I just don't speak. You actually really
like, I just don't stuff.
Right. And you know what's even fucked up is when the police guy was, it's later though. Because they gave him a name, and I was like, they have no respect for this nigga.
Absolutely none. It'd be your own.
Right. He turns around and he tells the guard to kill Madeline, and so grabs by the throat. She like decks him, maybe in his nuts, because he drops really hard.
No, she pushed him back. Like she had a Hulk out moment.
Right. And then I'm like, hold on, this little girl did this to this man, and this other grown-ups couldn't do nothing. Is it because they brushed their teeth? And I'm like, what's really good out here? Like these grown-ups are just overpowered. Like, and this little girl just gonna push the man all the way back. Maybe she used her superpowers to do it.
No. Was that this episode?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I think she's got voodoo power.
Right, because you see the little voodoo person behind her, and Donnie notices it or notices something, and she's like, "You think you got me?"
Right.
she grabs the needle. First of all, I'm deathly scared of needles, but this little girl grabs the needle and jams it into her thigh.
Jams it into her thigh and is like, "Bitch, you ain't figured it out by now? Really?" Throws the needle down.
Dun. Right. And then she walks out. He's like, "Yeah, lock her up. Don't ever let her escape." Nah,
damn, that's another DT reference. He's just chanting, "Lock her up."
Lock her up. So Don Jr. is literally out of options. But over there at the Resistance, like, they bring in the other, what's her name? I don't know Don's sister's name. They bring her in, and she's like, and then the Leatherface is like, "What? Why here?" "Well, we just study her." "For what?" "Find a, because she's, she's effective. We need to find a cure." Blah blah blah. So we line everybody up. Bring your blood. And then some dude, I feel like that was like Shorty's ex, comes to the front of the line, talks directly to her, not to him. "What are you doing?" Because that's some ex shit. It's like, that's a new nigga. I have to disrespect him and not to speak to him.
Not talk to you. Like, you don't see me sitting here, fam. I'm the doctor. I'm the doctor, and you're gonna act like you don't see me. You're not even gonna say what's up. You're not gonna shake my hand. Nothing.
You don't see me.
All right. Like, nigga, when it's time to take your blood, ooh,
it's gonna hurt.
You better hope you make it through this.
Right, slicing off veins and whatnot. Like, yo, isn't this how, like, they all? I'm like,
you can't prick a finger.
I'm really glad I live now, here in the now, because God, imagine all the people that died.
Giving a blood sample, like, we'll slash their wrist and then stick some leeches on it. It'll be fine. Like,
we'll make it. Are you a bleeder? Oh, you're not? Oh, you don't know? Okay, fine.
Oh, shit.
Right. He just avoids Doc and is talking to her. It's like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, this is what we're doing. This is why we're doing it." "Why do you need the blood?" "Well, we need everyone's blood to kind of find out who is immune so we can start making antibodies." And they fail. Nobody's immune. Nobody's immune. Nobody there.
In that group, yeah.
Right. And so he's like, "You know what? We ain't got nothing for y'all, but guess what? We're not gonna go out like this." Because apparently now all the blue bloods have woken up and gone into the city and fuck shit up.
Look, they went into that damn bar like it was CC's Pizza.
It's like a buffet.
I paid my $3.99. Give me my plate. I'm going in. Like,
seriously, ran through the whole buffet and like 2 people escaped. And Dr. Joe is like, "You know what? No, we're not just gonna go quietly into the night. We're gonna fight back."
His whack ass motivational speech. Like, no, nigga, they all need to die. That should have been his whole speech. They all have to die.
It was what was also cool is Donnie and Joseph and Albert had a moment, and Joseph was like, "Ooh, one thing I almost missed." When Shorty was talking to Joseph, she made a point to say his last name really hard. Right? I was like, "Oh, foreshadowing!"
It's coming.
I was like, foreshadowing. Like, yo, they foreshadowed that one super hard.
Like, just in case y'all forgot his name and what he's gonna do.
Right. But what was also interesting is their moment. Joseph wasn't taking shit from nobody this episode though.
No.
He told Albert, "Oh, fuck you. You used me and just left.
Right.
You think you can come back and be my friend now? Fuck off." Like,
right.
You can even who could save me? What are you?
Go talk to that bitch. Go talk to Oka since he's your brother now.
Petty. Oh, but no, he was like, "Fuck everybody, we gonna kill." Like he stepped up, and I kind of like that because he was so timid and super shy.
He's number one.
I mean,
he's not a virgin anymore. Right, so.
There's some buns.
He's seen some things. Right. A lot of things at this point. He sat and watched whole people get devoured. Well, not whole people because they're so fucking wasteful with their food. But
just eat half and just leave the rest, and food go bad and shit all in the.
Did you see all of those full bodies in the bar carnage scene? Like
too many.
Too many. See, I don't eat their drumsticks.
Oh
yeah, I imagine like the amount of person they left is the equivalent of people who like eat drumsticks or eat flats, and they.
You know the people that don't eat their wings. It just goes to show it started from back then.
It's hereditary.
Right. Anyways, but he stepped up, and then he wrote a note to Donnie, and that's the shit that had me like messed up. So the guard comes in to read the note, and the guard is like, "Well, we have your sister, and we're gonna trade her for Madeline. And if you don't give us Madeline, we're gonna and get out of the fucking city, we're gonna kill everybody, or we're gonna kill all y'all. And if the cripple wants war, we're about that action."
That dude was so scared. Like, y'all really gonna make me read this out loud? You know this nigga's crazy, right? Like, he eats people. Do you know he eats people? And I have to read him this letter fully insulting him.
He said, "Go on." He's like,
keep going.
I don't need to read this. Let's keep it. No, I want you to read all of it.
It's a lot of fluff. You get the point.
Right. You don't need to read the rest of it. We're about that action. I was like, yo, disrespect. Now, I think we got all of it. I think that's where it ends.
No. Hold on.
Check the notes.
Check my notes here. Maddie's back at the crib. Don bludgeons his father.
Beat the shit out that old man.
The conversation that Joe and Albert had, where Albert was like, "We have to kill them,"
right?
And Joe was like, "I'm a healer by nature. Like, basically, you're the one who wants to run around killing everybody. My thing is healing people."
Yeah. I think that was when he was still trying to find the cure, but he failed.
Yeah.
She's flipping papers. Notes.
Oh no! Like I took several notes, and I'm just trying to figure out. I feel like I took more notes than this, though. I guess I did not. Somewhere in there, and I apologize if this is the next episode, but we didn't see Ride or Die in this episode.
No, Ride or Die is not in this episode. Okay. So if she appears, it's the next one.
Okay.
So all right, cool. But yeah, I actually did question that, like, where is she? Because she
really disappeared.
She just did.
She disappeared. Somehow Madeline appears back at the mansion,
right? And because I guess they took Madeline. Yeah, they took Madeline because she's again. They're guessing that'll be the last one. She's the youngest. She has no power. She's not gonna resist. Yeah. Stop resisting. At least don't be resisting. Stop resisting. I'm not resisting. Anyways, full-blown pandemic because all the blue bloods are killing everybody. Guillotine decides, yo, fuck this healing shit. I'm about that action. The cripple, Donnie, with bone spurs. he's probably gonna sit this one out.
I had fallen arches, guys.
Right, he's gonna sit this one out and let his people do it. But it's the last episode and it's getting really interesting, and I can't wait to talk about it. I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to talk about it.
I can't wait for you to see this last. There was this one scene where I was just like,
will I know it?
You'll know it.
Oh crap.
You'll know it.
Okay.
You have to know it. Like once the gravity of what's happening sinks in, then you're just like,
that's what
this
she was
nigga
talking
just yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's not talk any more into this because I'm scared we might start talking about the episode itself. But I really like this one. I can't wait to see the next one. It's the finale, y'all. Thank you guys for being here up to this point. We will be back to talk the finale, episode 8, season 1, La Révolution. Listen, I'm excited about this show. I wasn't at first. I was a little skeptical, but I'm excited about it. I can't wait to see what they have next. Thank you, Keem. So catch you later. Peace, y'all. Thanks for watching.